Welcome back to another episode of HTH Hot Takes and Headaches. I'm Stevie Picks. To my left is Eric Hall behind the camera. We got Stick, great producer. How you doing today, Stick?
Doing great.
Doing good?
Even recovering a little bit from last night.
Yeah.
I've been tired today, but it's been a great day.
Good, good. Eric, nice jersey you got.
I appreciate that, bro. Nice. I had a rep. Today was a very sad day. I didn't get to watch Drake May play football, so I had to try to be as close to him any way possible on a day like today.
Well, all right. Well, we had a busy weekend. We had the College Football Conference Championships. We had the rankings. Playoff came out this morning. Then we had a crazy weekend, NFL Week 14. I felt like there was a lot of points, a lot of crazy things that were going on. So we'll get right into it. We're going to go through the games kind of quick because I think we're going to talk about the playoffs a little more than some of the games. Tulane beat North Texas 34-21 on Friday night. They kind of seemed to take the lead pretty early and dominate the whole game. So it kind of was not the greatest game to watch. But then we had JMU in the Sun Belt beat Troy 31-14, which was a little scary for a while. It was a close game. I was sweating out my ticket, but JMU gets it done. And then the first game we had on Saturday, Texas Tech dominates BYU 34-7. They had 4 turnovers they got. One guy, not Rodriguez, the other guy, Ben Robertson, I think his name was. He won the player of the game. He got the WWE belt they give you. They won 34-7. One of the worst referee in-game calls I've ever witnessed on a touchdown. Guy caught it halfway in the end zone, and they said he was down on the one. It was a quick review, and then an SEC championship, we had Georgia dominated Bama.
News fast.
Yeah, we had it on, and I feel like we just talked through most of it. Like, it just was like, it was Georgia just owned the game. And then the nightcap was where some crazy shit went down. Duke, overtime win, 27-20 to spoil Virginia's chances. I liked the over in that game. It wasn't enough points. I liked the over in the next game, too. So, not as many points as what we'd wanted, but we did have Duke to win, so that was a good win. And then we had Indiana grinds out a 13-10 win to win a Big Ten championship where Kurt Cignetti takes down the Ohio State Buckeyes. Wow, that was, I don't know if either quarterback helped their Heisman case, but Indiana, huge win. And then going into the rankings for the playoffs, Indiana jumps up to 1, Ohio State was number 2, Georgia number 3, SEC champs, Big 12 champs, Texas Tech number 4. Number 5, Oregon Ducks. Number 6, your Ole Miss Rebels, getting a home game. And then we got A&M, number 7. Still shocked they were a little below Ole Miss, but whatever works. And then Oklahoma, Bama, 8-9. That's we're going to get a rematch in Norman this time. And then number 10, Miami. Randomly goes above Notre Dame all of a sudden. That makes a ton of sense. And then number 20, but will be 11 in terms of Tulane. And then JMU gets in at 24. 2 G5 thing. 2 G5 teams. A lot of people are having problems with that. First 2 teams out, Notre Dame and BYU. What do you think, Eric? How you feeling about Ole Miss's path?
Well, we got Tulane first, and we already beat them this year. To be fair, we had Kiffin, but we should relatively have the same identity, and we still have the OC. So, hopefully that's a pretty easy win, and then gets a little dicier after that. But
Georgia.
Yeah, also rematch. We lost. It was a close game last time, so I have faith.
Neutral site.
Yeah.
I would have to look up what exact. I don't have it pulled up. I don't know what bowl game exactly they're in. They have announced it. Like crazy. The first week. So Oklahoma and Alabama play Friday night, and then Texas A&M and Miami play at 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Central Time. And then the next games are the G5 games. They should have put that game at night. Why is that game not at?
I don't know. They always do.
I get Oregon's at night because it's probably because of their time. But, I was shocked when I saw Miami was in. Not that I disagree. I understand that they should be in. But I have a problem that Bama's in. I know people are going to complain. I have a problem that Bama's in. I don't understand how BYU gets penalized, moved down because they lost in ugly fashion when Alabama did the same thing. They lost in ugly fashion. And they haven't looked good for the last 4 weeks. They've lost the last 2 out of 4, and they're kind of like limping into the playoffs. I said Oklahoma's lose first round. I don't think they're going to lose. I think there's a bad matchup for Bama again going into Norman. I think Georgia held them like -3 rush yards. What are you gonna do if you can't move the ball on the ground at all? And I think Oklahoma's going to grind it out and get that win and then go play Indiana. But I think Miami deserved to be in, and I think Miami's got a good shot to go and beat Texas A&M. Miami's got some big boys. I know they lost those 2 games, but they did beat Notre Dame week 1, and Yeah, shocked to see Notre Dame pull their name out of the bowl game. That's a little crazy. But I wonder who makes that decision, because I don't know, if I'm a senior, I mean, you don't want to go travel somewhere. They're going to be in a cool bowl game. You don't want to go like one last ride with your boys, just go play. Like some of the dudes are never going to play in the NFL. That's shocking to me that they did that. And if I'm BYU, I'm confused. If Alabama doesn't drop out, how come they got penalized so far? And that's what the guy said, that because Notre Dame and Miami were this close, that's why Miami finally got put above them, which I don't know if that makes sense, but I think Miami should have just been above them last week and we wouldn't have the issue. Yeah.
It's like, why all of a sudden this week?
Yeah, they claimed it was because there was a team in between them, so they didn't have to necessarily compare them to each other.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have, it's going to be my headache is something, so I'll save what I have a true problem with. I'm going to save it to the end, but we will move on to NFL, but it honestly wasn't as exciting games as I wish it was going to be.
Yeah.
Even though Ohio State would have been a good win and that parlay I had, so that kind of sucked, but I had Georgia pretty big, so that was a good win. But yeah, excited for the playoffs. We got a week off. Everybody gets a week off, and then you're right back into it in 2 weeks. So we'll jump into NFL Week 14. We'll start on Thursday. Lions 44, Cowboys 30. I know that Eric was on the Lions, and I did change my mind. I was also on the Lions, so it was a good win for both of us. What did you think about that game?
Yeah, it was a good way to start the week. A little win. Jahmyr Gibbs, man, another 3-touchdown game. Yeah. He likes scoring the football, so he's getting better and better each week. He's so good. And the Lions lean on him a lot to do a lot of their scoring. Yeah, Jared Goff hasn't been particularly great this year. Amon-Ra did play. That was big. He made an impact in the game. So they needed that because they needed to keep up with this Cowboys team that likes to score points, and they did. So it was a good game. That was a fun Thursday night football game. Yeah, it was a fun game. I said I liked the over, but I was scared of the over just because of it just seems like it never seems to happen. But yeah, George Pickens was getting grilled. Seemed to not trying that one ball. That was crazy. But yeah, Lions, I think they might have eliminated the Cowboys here. I think the Cowboys are now fighting for they're not in a great spot now. And I think the Lions have one more game against the Bears, so that would be a good one to get back into it now. And yeah, we'll move on to Sunday, which I had a good day today, 6-1, and my one loss was Bengals money line I gave out, which was a sprinkle. So it wasn't much. So my 6 straight picks were good. Best week for Stevie picks so far. Mm-hmm. And we'll get to the real win we had in the later game, but we'll start Seahawks 37, Falcons 9. Yeah, I mean, just Seahawks defense swallows teams, and obviously the Falcons are super banged up, and that's what happened again.
Yeah.
2 picks, fumble recovery, block kick, Shaheed return touchdown. Got done on defense, special teams, and then JSN obviously was not going to have a bad week 2 weeks in a row. 7 receptions, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's just so good. Makes it so easy for Sam Darnold to move the ball, and yeah, Seahawks are a scary, scary team right now.
Yeah.
They're good on every side of the ball, and you can't deny that they are going to make some teams very nervous in the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a slow start for both teams, and I thought, man, because the Seahawks were so public, I didn't touch it, but I was like, man, are the Falcons really going to cover? It was 6-6 going to halftime, and then it took a turn real fast. That 37-9 was crazy, and like you said, JSN just wasn't going to be held that long. No. But yeah, the Falcons I didn't think Michael Penix meant that much, but I don't know if it's just Kirk's so bad or Penix is okay. I think it's a mixture of both. Yeah. But Kirk is bad.
I mean, he can't move either. And
can't move, yeah.
So good.
Yeah. But the Seahawks are scary.
Yeah, more on Jason. Last week, obviously, it was all game script why he didn't, do as well as he normally does. So basically, every other game script, he's going to do this. So, certain ones where that defense wins games, it's not going to happen. But we saw today how good he still is. And
yeah.
It's me,
But yeah, that was kind of a stinker. And then another stinker game that was not supposed to be a blowout, I thought. And Vikings 31, Commanders 0. I said the Vikings are going to win. Now, did I think they're going to win 31-0? Not really, but I did say the Commanders defense is a bunch of fairies, and they are a bunch of fairies. They stink. Dan Quinn, got to figure that out because you're supposed to be a defensive guy, and they suck.
Yeah, I'm happy you changed my mind because I did bet on the Vikings.
Nice. So plus money it was plus 110 or something like that.
I hit money line. I didn't even take spread. So 9 had a good day today. He threw for 3 touchdowns, and it's good. Good for him. Get a little momentum back on his side, and get a little more confidence in that quarterback there. If you're a Minnesota fan, so Commanders just got injured and beat up bad. Jaden Daniels played, got hurt after it was an interception, and he tried making the tackle. Then Zach Ertz, I think they fear he tore his ACL. He was crying on the cart, so
That play that he got hurt on was brutal.
Yeah.
So it was a rough day for the Commanders today. I mean, that Vikings defense is so good, and you lost. I mean, you just got packed in for the season. Literally, you maybe don't start anybody. You know? Because you can't afford these injuries, and Jaden's injury, potential is scary. You know?
Something about playing quarterback for them, it seems like. I mean, just as like. He was. I mean, should be upset. I mean, he was pissed as soon as he got hurt. He knew it was something serious. So But yeah, on the other side though, I mean, the Vikings. I mean, you just got to keep progressing with JJ if that's gonna be your guy, and you got to work on the connection with Jay Jettis though, man. Yeah. 2 catches today on 4 targets. You only target him 4 times. I mean.
It could be game script again, but I thought they would have schemed up at least 8 plays. We're throwing the ball here.
Yeah. But honestly, they didn't throw the ball a ton. I mean, they had 34 rushes and 23 pass attempts. But when you're up big, you know, you're not going to throw the ball over the park or over the field. But yeah, and then we'll get into another game where a quarterback went down. Jaguars 36, Colts 19. Danny Dimes left with an Achilles injury. Slammed his helmet right away. Did not look good. And he didn't even sign a contract, did he? Or anything, right?
I think he's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, that sucks. That stinks.
It's a brutal injury. And you know what? Our bet we made the first or second week, we push.
Yeah.
So, because if we see the Colts in playoffs, which they might not even make the playoffs
make it now.
Riley Leonard taking over now. AR's been hurt. He's always hurt. He gets hurt in practice, I guess.
Yeah.
So, bad for the Colts. Jags do it again though. They're beating teams pretty handily. I understand Daniel Jones did go down, but they were
up big to start though. Yeah. Like Danny Jones did throw an interception. I think it was the first drive, but
their defense seems I feel like they go a little under the radar. A lot of people maybe
they get takeaways like that. Yeah. Like they do give up yards, but they get takeaways is what I think their thing is. Like they like to turn the ball over and today they had Jonathan Taylor fumbled and they had that interception. So. Yeah, I think the Jags defense is pretty good, and I don't think they're too worried about the Colts if Daniel Jones is going to be out the rest of the year. That is not like that.
I mean, when you see a reaction like that, it's...
There's a lot of emotion. He knows that, he was close to signing a deal, money in his pocket again. Not that. I mean, the Giants made him a very wealthy man, but unless you're Odell, because he probably ran through it. But I think Daniel Jones is a little smarter.
I don't get that. Didn't he get half his contract with the Rams in Bitcoin or what team? How do you...
He had to buy his mama's house, that's what he said.
But he made more money. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Shout out Odell.
But
Jaguars, good win, and it wasn't again, it's not like they went crazy on offense. The defense turned them over in short fields, and I mean, they did rush as a team for 247 yards, so that helps out great. No, they 247 yards in the air, sorry. Rushed for 103 as a team. And yeah, Nick Mullins got in there and threw a pass.
Nice.
There's
a Vikings legend right there.
Yeah, there you go. I think he's a Niners legend, don't you think?
Oh, he was a Niners, too.
Yeah.
I think he's more known for the Niners.
Yeah. Right. But BTJ got 87 yards today, only 3 catches, but that's good to see. I'm going to need him in the playoffs, I think, if Rome's going to be hurt, even though he kind of stinks too. But, we'll move on, though. Jaguars get the big win. I mean, first in the division now. They'll be rooting for the Chiefs heavy right now, and they'll be hoping for the Chiefs win. And then we're going to go to an upset. Saints 24, Buccaneers 20. I was on the Saints spread, was not thinking money line, but Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, he had a very solid game. He handles the turnovers he's been having a little bit. He's a very suitable quarterback for the future for the Saints. He's a big guy, big arm. I've been saying that. Buccaneers just don't seem the same. As recent time, Baker's sliding a little bit. The injuries obviously piled up a lot.
Yeah.
But they're getting guys back now, and it's just not really impacting. They're not scoring the ball they normally think they would.
Emeka's just non-existent as of late. Did drop a touchdown today.
He did. It was a little high, but he could have made a play on it.
9 targets, 2 catches. Yeah.
So I don't know what to say about the Buccaneers. It's not looking good at all.
Not looking good, and you got the Panthers right there. So the Panthers probably won the bye week. I mean, that's a great win for them. And Shuck was taking off. I think that was a little new how he was taking off today. I mean, he got that 2 touchdowns. I should have bet on that. I bet that was pretty good odds. But yeah, Tyler Shuck, only 20 pass attempts, but got it done. It was pouring rain.
Yeah.
So it was a tough game script for both offenses. But yeah, good win for the Saints. I felt like they could have covered, but I thought it was going to be a little bit of a sweat. But yeah, that was shocked. But we'll go on to Sticks Jets. In those uniforms they like to wear, I guess, or whatever you call those. But
the Gotham green.
Do you like them?
They're okay.
They're okay. They look so weird to me.
It's like the Northeastern for the Pats and
Yeah.
like the white out ones for the Bills. Our division just got them.
Yeah. But Dolphins 34, Jets 10. Dolphins dominated this one.
Yeah, Tyrod obviously goes down early.
Yep.
Brady Cook, Mizzou legend, takes over. Dolphins get the win, but Devon Achane also got banged up, a rib injury. I'm not sure how serious it was.
Yeah.
But Jalen Wright filled the hole great. He had a good day. Went over 100.
It was awesome at Tennessee.
So,
it was plus 1,500 to score a touchdown.
yeah, I mean, Dolphins are in another game where they win on the ground. Like that,
Yeah.
They haven't been winning in the air, so.
That's what I said. We were sitting there last night because I was my quarterback in fantasy. Like, we said maybe Tua, but I was like, they like to run the ball. Then I started Tyrod, and he got hurt with -2 points, and I actually could have upset. So I stinks that, and I did say Shador's name last night, and he did go for 50 piece in our league. But yeah, I had the over in this game, and it got a little sweaty. It started out easily, and then I was like, nobody scored in the third quarter, I think. But they got it done. John Mechie dropped like a wide open touchdown at the end of near the end of the game.
He's good at that, man.
Yeah.
he's fucking.
I like him.
Yeah.
Just the drops are horrific.
Special teams looks good for the Jets, though.
Yeah, always.
They faked the punt, and they had the punt return touchdown.
You guys are your punt return touchdowns this year. Like it's insane. Like,
Yeah.
insane how often you guys are doing that. It's Isaiah. What is it?
Isaiah Williams.
Williams. I always want to say Davis because the running back.
Yeah.
He's explosive, but it's about our only source of points a lot of times. So.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would be able to move the ball. I didn't think the over would hit like this. I thought the Jets, maybe because Tyrod was out, they looked okay last week, and they couldn't get anything going. But the Dolphins, I mean, they're playing with a little fire. I think it's somehow win it out. I don't see it happening, but yeah, Dolphins 34, Jets 10, and probably the game of the game of the 1 o'clock slate though was in the snow, a lot of fun, and I do think snow favors the offense. Like Joe Burrow's talking about it, like the offense knows where we're going, and the defense don't know. So a lot of quick turns and stuff. And Bills 39, Bengals 34.
Yeah, Bengals were winning this game the entire game.
Yeah,
up until Joe Burrow had that pick six.
Yeah,
and it was bad. I mean, I assume he just didn't see.
I don't know. Like, even if he threw to Jamar, there was a guy there. I don't know if that was the play. Like, it was an odd looking play and just bad beat. Because I did have Bengals money line too with the spread, so that stunk. And then he came right back and did it again. Like,
yeah, it was a tip ball. That was to Jamar as
well. 2
well.
interceptions behind the line of scrimmage.
They scored, I think the Bills, was it 21 points
in
4 minutes?
Yeah, Josh Allen took off of that huge run and then the pick six. I
want to speak about this. They had it 3rd and 15. They could have got the stop, and Josh Allen took off for the first down. That pisses me off so, like, because he doesn't want to throw the ball.
Yeah.
He obviously wants to get it done on his legs, and I feel like I see that happen so much. Like, it's 3rd and 15. Obviously, you're worried about the deep pass over your head, yada, 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 but you can't just let it be that easy. He just took up off the middle, slid, first down, game's over. Maybe put 2 spies on him. I don't know. You don't. Yeah. You don't need to get a sack. You just need to make sure nobody gets 15 yards. So that pissed me off too, because they still had a little chance. But Bengals offense looked great though with T. Jamar and Burrow.
Yeah. It sucks that Burrow gets hurt like this because he is so good. I know he had those 2 picks, but other than that, man, he looks awesome. That one throw to Chase Brown at the pylon, good catch too.
Yeah, it was a great catch.
Holy, that was a dot. And then he had another one before the T. Higgins catch, which was insane. Yeah, in the snow.
It could have been PI too.
Yeah, he was. And T. Higgins was kind of struggling on some plays to catch it. Like he was bobbling it. And that one, he just...
It's right in the pocket.
But even the throw before they had to Chase Brown went right through his hands. Like he is insane. Sometimes I forget how good he is just because like he's not playing a lot. Yeah. Like everybody, I know we're good. Like that Super Bowl run feels like forever ago. Like it just feels like a while ago. I mean,
5 years ago now.
Yeah. So yeah, it sucks that they're dead now. They needed that. They had any sort of life, I think.
I want them to win so bad.
Yeah, good win for the Bills, though. I think they're solidifying that they're not going to win the division, I think. I think you guys are going to take a chance. They still have a chance, but
this week's a big game.
I think they're solidifying that they're going to be a playoff team for sure.
Yeah.
And Dawson Knox stepped up today, and that's the only concern I think I have with the Bills is like who is going to be the one to catch the ball because they don't have anybody you're really scared of. But yeah, it was a great game. Good backdoor cover by the Bengals, but I didn't think we were going to need the backdoor cover. But that was a little sweaty there at the end. But another huge game: Steelers 27, Ravens 22. I think my Ravens dream is over.
Yeah, they had chances to win this game late too, and they just weren't punching the ball in.
Yeah,
they were down there, looking to score, and they just didn't. Lamar obviously ran out, took off that touchdown.
He did.
He needs to do that more.
I think it's like
more of that, Lamar. I don't understand.
It's like a vendetta about people saying he's a running back. I swear.
I get that, but even in recent years, I get he has been trying to throw the ball more, but he was never scared to take off. I don't know if that injury early in the year really scared him. I don't know.
Did you think it was a catch? The Isaiah Likely play?
It was really close.
Yeah.
He had the steps, but I don't understand when does it stop? I don't really know.
Yeah, so he held on.
He was out here. He never pulled it in, but he got 3 or 4 steps down, and then it came out. I don't know. It's definitely tough. It's always Likely, I feel like, with those close catches to win the game. Which he has probably some of the best hands on the team, though.
Yeah.
He had a couple catches that are really good. They finally got Zay Flowers involved. Don't know why they don't do that more. I could be a little biased because he's on my team, but he even missed some bad throws. Zay Flowers was on the sideline one time by himself. He didn't get his feet in somehow, standing there. But yeah. I agree, though. I never understand why Lamar doesn't take off more, but they do have a good duo, though. Keaton Mitchell is definitely a good running back. So
did he get banged up today?
Did he again? I don't know.
I think I saw him walk to the locker room.
Yeah, he's questionable now, but he was off to a good start before that.
Yeah, he had a big run, gashed him.
But Erod's tucking and tail one play.
Dude, that was
in the
fucking
corner.
sick.
No, that's awesome.
He was hyped.
He played well today.
He did.
Yeah.
He threw the ball really, really well.
Yeah, DK was back this week. 148 yards, 7 catches. Jaylen Warren had that big catch for a touchdown. Gainwell had 6 receptions. Man, I have both these guys. You can just start them both, I think. Warren usually squeaks in something, and Gainwell just catches 5 passes at least. But yeah, huge win for the Steelers, and now they're in. The Steelers and Ravens do play again, but the Steelers are in great position now to win that division.
Pretty.
Yeah. And Mike Tomlin was getting all that noise, so that was a good win to get. And we'll move on to, I think, the last game we got for the 1 o'clock slate. And we got the Titans 31, Browns 29. Man, we should have bet the over.
Yeah, I'm a fucking cone pussy, dude. It's actually insane. How are the Browns my lock? It was so public. I'm such a fucking bot, dude. The fact that Tony Pollard torched the Browns defense today is insane. He had 161 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. He hasn't ever done that. He was good a couple years ago with Dallas, but with nobody, this was a backfield you did not want to touch in fantasy at all. This was an offense you didn't want to touch at all in fantasy. And they put up 31 points on the Browns defense, who's been fucking very, very good this year. So, yeah, man, I'm a fucking cone pussy bitch. I don't know. The over was free, though.
Yeah. If you told me the Browns had 29 points, I think they killed them. 29-14 maybe or something like that. And it's crazy because, Shador completely outplayed Cam Ward, stat-wise and everything. But, and Cleveland's defense has been great against the run. And then they just, Tony Pollard hasn't done anything this year. Liddy dropped him a week or 2 ago. Mm-hmm. And then Eric got to play in this week in fantasy.
Dude, I told you, it's a trend. If you start somebody shitty against me, they're dropping 40.
But on the other side, the Browns couldn't run the ball at all, though. Shador was their leading rusher. I don't understand that, but Harold Fannin, he's a beast. That was a great catch in the corner of the end zone. And then one of the craziest 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
It's almost just Stefanski doesn't want Shador to be great.
He'd do anything.
No, you just drove it. No, get off the field. We're going to run the play to go to overtime without you. What are you doing? And then Judkins, I think, was supposed to toss that ball. Yeah. And was oh.
You ever Yeah, it's like when you're driving to a house that you've never been to and you pass on the road.
Yeah,
that's what he did. That's what he did. And he oh shit, that was the turn I was supposed to make. But yeah, and then he fucking tried rolling back out and making the throw to him. Just try to get in the end zone. Don't what are you doing? Whatever. Yeah.
But yeah,
I fucking suck.
But yeah, if you're a Browns fan though, the fact that you threw for 364 yards, even if it's the Titans, I don't know the last time you've seen that. maybe Baker that one year when they made the playoffs. Like, you got to be feeling kind of good about Shedeur.
Yeah, they're trying to see where Deshaun Watson's at still.
Yeah, but if you're already paying him, why not? But you got to feel pretty good about like having Shedeur on your squad, even if you could trade him if anybody wanted him. But if you're gonna ride Shedeur, though, you got to get Stefanski out of there. That is so much turmoil between them. Like Stefanski doesn't even seem to celebrate when Shedeur does good.
Yeah,
it's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that was it for the 1 o'clock slate. What just happened?
No, again, I suck. That's what happened. I fucking suck and everything I do. That's what happened.
I don't know what just went on in our doc. I didn't even see it. But we'll move on to the 4 o'clock slate. Broncos 24, Raiders 17. Wow. Easiest bet I've ever played. Not a sweat at all.
Pete Carroll, not Sean Payton, knew the fucking spread and kicked the field goal with 4 seconds left, which makes sense because the time did expire, so not really, but
the delay of game call.
Oh, that was huge. Yeah. shout out that Denver defender. I can't remember his name.
Dave Portnoy was hurt, was so upset about it, but like
it was a delay game.
Like, you can't do that.
Like I don't know what the defender.
You just get off. You're up by 10. Just get off of him.
He also hit the ball out of his hands. Honestly, the laying on him, sure, but anytime it happened a couple weeks ago, you hit the ball out of their hands, so they can't get it to the ref.
It's delay a game.
You go clock it. It's delay a game. That's
the
call. Like I don't understand. Yeah, that was a right call.
Yeah, it was the right call, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Eric texted the group chat. I switched to only the Packers game. I turned everything off. I was just watching the Packers game. I'm like, what is he talking about? The game was 24-7 with like 3 minutes ago. Awesome. But Geno Smith still stinks, and the Broncos offense is still not very great. They had 24 points, and I guess Bo Nix had 31 completions
he was efficient
for 218 yards. Like, that's a low yardage, I feel like, for 31 completions. But also the Raiders, like, the first drive, they go down and score, and then they just was stagnant after that.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
4 sacks the Broncos had.
Geno gets hurt. Kenny Pickett came in. He looked solid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Kenny Pickett was a starter in the NFL, and he's been traded like 4 times in the last 2 years. So teams like taking chances on him. He's not a terrible quarterback.
Yeah. Jack Betts was the leading receiver today, TCU guy.
Eric, do you think Pete Carroll will ever use the key to your heart that you gave him?
I hope so, because he's got it. That was fucking awesome. I had 8.5, and I understand. Like,
I had 7.5, so I was like, that was perfect.
It wasn't one of those ones where it's like they kicked it for no reason. There was like a little
it did make sense.
It does make sense, but it's like still, like, I don't know. It really. You weren't winning the game.
One of you, if we were on the other side, we would be
I'd be fucking furious.
We would be in an uproar right now.
Yeah, but that's why you don't take Broncos spread. They don't cover.
Yeah, they don't.
Good teams win. Great teams cover.
I gotta look. I wish I could pull up that stat. People bet on them every week, and they never cover.
They don't.
People bet on them every week, and they never cover it. And they're one of I bet against them all the time. They're one of my bets that I love betting against them.
We are 2-0 with Raiders spread against the Broncos.
Yeah.
The worst team in the NFL, a lot of people would say. We're 2-0 on their spread against the best team, the number 1 seed in the AFC. So, but do you know what tiebreaker they have over us? Is it the Raiders? Like, I don't.
Yes, it is. It's some third tiebreaker, and then it's common opponents, and it's because you guys lost to the Raiders. So
week 1, bro. We're just like fucking Notre Dame, dude.
Wow, that's a shot. But
if
you don't get the 1 seed, just sit out like when Notre Dame did. If you earn,
we're gonna say we're not fucking playing. No, their schedule is harder than ours.
Yeah,
down the stretch. We have the Bills and Ravens, and then it's they actually like a decently hard schedule down the stretch.
Exciting week for the Pats next week.
It is a huge fucking game. I'm gonna bite my fucking fingernails down to the bone. But
God forbid it got flexed in a Sunday night. But
yeah, that would suck, right?
But all right, we'll move on to a blowout. Sticks lock of the week. Rams 45, Cardinals 17. This is where the public absolutely ate. Nobody believed in the Cardinals, and luckily I didn't bet in the Cardinals because I totally would have. And
shout out Stick.
Shout out Stick. I never bet against what you guys say. So if Stick didn't bet on the Rams, I totally would have bet in the Cardinals. And it started out the Cardinals got up to they scored the first drive and then nothing after that. 45-17 Rams get their get back off that loss last week. And yeah, what did you think about that one?
Just unleashing their fucking anger.
Yeah,
whipping them.
Yeah. Blake Corum.
Puka, big bounce back for him. He's been kind of like stagnant a little bit. He had a huge game. Stafford's probably going to be favored again for MVP. He had a huge bounce back. So, yeah, I mean, and Blake Corum has arrived. He went over 100, scored 2 touchdowns. So we have another split backfield in the NFL.
Split backfield, yep.
Which fantasy players love to see. That's a fantasy player's dream.
That absolutely stinks.
Yeah, that's the way the NFL is. Even though it's going back towards running, it's using 2 of them usually. So
yeah, or fucking 4 of them.
Yeah,
like some teams just use everybody.
Yeah. And Michael Wilson's the fucking GOAT with no Marvin Harrison. He is the GOAT.
He's like a garbage time merge.
Yeah.
Of course,
Stanford legend.
Did they have 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, I still had a chance even with my -2 quarterback play today. And he, like Carter, who was first in our league, he texted me when Fannin caught that touchdown. Like, he's officially nervous. And I had Christian Watson, who the next game we talked about, had 2 touchdowns. And I was projected to win. I was like 10%. All of a sudden, Michael Wilson, just 40 points in our league.
He's actually
like, come
the fucking
on.
greatest ever.
11 receptions for 142. Like, he catches a ton of passes, it seems like.
Well, they throw it 50 times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 25 or 44%. Well, percent's not a bad start ever, too. You just can get the garbage time points.
You should make sure they're losing by 30. He's going to throw it 50 times. So.
But, yeah, the Rams are now back in. They have to be the first place seed now, right? Would have to be. And then the Seahawks would be, too.
It's a little dicey, but yeah, I think so.
Couple tough games coming up in Rams, though. They got to play the Lions, and then Thursday night in a couple weeks in Seattle. That's actually a good Thursday night game. Mm-hmm. But, all right, we'll move on to... It was a great game. It was a huge game. Packers 28, Bears 21. Packers, my lock, was a little bit sweaty, but it hit. What'd you think about that one?
Yeah, we love the Menungai scored. Again, I'm a cone pussy bitch. That's exactly what I am. And did you see the Caleb interception towards the end of the game? Holy shit, man.
I mean, he had to throw it, though. What do you guys think he was going to do?
He literally could have put his head down and got the first down.
Do you think tuck tail and
I think he should have put his head down, taken a hit.
He would have had to run through someone, but you had to push forward for a yard.
Yeah, he's more than capable.
He is a big dude. I mean,
it's better than fucking throwing the ball directly to a Packers defender.
Yeah, that was not a
good throw at all. Packers win another close one. That seems to be what they like to do, just like the Bears. But Jordan Love with another great day. Him and Watson are really getting going. That connection's looking really good. Just got to hope that Watson stays healthy because he's obviously had injury concerns a lot in his career. But he looks good, and Jordan Love's benefiting off that greatly. So
they're a big run and then take shots, play action, like deep shots. They don't like the short passes so much. Mm-hmm. I mean, 17 completions on 234 yards is like the opposite of what we just talked about, Bo Nix.
Yeah.
They like to throw those deep crossers across the middle. Jaden Reed was back this week catching those across the middle. Bo, that was a bomb to Bo Melton, right? That's his name. Yeah. So Jordan Love, man, they get the run going a little bit and then they just play fake out of it. And on the other side, though, I mean, the Bears, they still impressed me somewhat today. Like, not so much Caleb Williams is just so flashy. Like, he does things that are so good. Like, even Tom Brady was like, some of these sacks that he eludes is crazy.
Oh, he's the best at that.
Yeah,
and then he's so goddamn good at that.
But what's saving them is their run game. They figure out how to lean. Even that one drive, they just leaned on the Packers. And the second half, they possessed the ball a ton of the time. Mm-hmm. But when it needed that, Jordan Love's showing a lot of clutch genes so far these past couple of weeks, getting it done. So Packers in that defense are getting a little scary, like, to think about playing, I think, if Jordan Love can be clutch like that. But, yeah, I mean, that was it for our Sunday this week. It's right around kickoff right now, the Texans and the Chiefs. I think we both said we were on the Texans, and we both have flipped. We are on the Chiefs. We are on the Chiefs now. Very public the Texans were.
Man.
But it doesn't seem like a great start. I think it was a 3-and-out start for the Chiefs. But I got the under, and I think it might be an ugly game. Mm-hmm. But, so hopefully when we come back that the Chiefs win. And then we got the Eagles-Chargers tomorrow. Still have no clue what I'm going to do in that game because it's going to be weird. But I'm going to root for Devontae Smith, though, to upset the big dog in our week and go out on a win. I would love to do that in our fantasy league. But without further ado, that's it. Next week we got no college football, so we're going to lean on NFL more. But we're going to get into our segment we do every recap video, hot take and headache of the week. And we'll start with our producers if you're ready over there. You're not? Okay. We'll start with you then, Drake May.
It's not even the hottest take really at this point. Panthers are easily going to take the NFC South with the Bucs lost
Yeah.
today. They just don't look good, and the Panthers are looking pretty good.
Trust their defense a little more.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And honestly, their offense maybe a little bit. They can run the ball.
Yeah,
And,
they can run the ball. They do have a pretty expensive O-line. Like they went out and got some big boys in the trenches.
And I don't think that's a take. Like, now it's not the hottest take, but if you said that before the season started, you would have been called an idiot.
I guarantee, like, I'll try to look right now. I bet that the Bucs are still a decent favorite to win that division.
Probably.
I think they still have to play twice. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember if the Bucs and Panthers have played yet. But they've done a lot of things where they wait till like the last 2 weeks where these teams play each other sometimes. Let's see. Futures, division winner. NFC, yep. Panthers are plus 220 still.
Maybe hop on that. It's
not a terrible bet. The Steelers are now minus 170. You guys are minus 550. I think you guys must be favored next week. You guys are at home, right? Yeah. Packers are now minus 230 to win that division.
Yeah.
After today, and Rams minus 150 in a couple of weeks. The Seahawks, they're traveling to Seattle. So, yeah, I mean, if it's not a bad idea. I have to go through schedules. Maybe that the Panthers have a harder schedule, maybe, but they play similar teams. So, but it's probably because if they do have to play the Bucs twice, the Bucs probably would be favored both times. I don't think Vegas is going to respect the Panthers just because Bryce Young is kind of inconsistent. But the Buccaneers got the Falcons next week. Actually, that's a Thursday night game. Come on. Really? And then we got the Buccaneers, Panthers, Dolphins, and then they got the Panthers. The Dolphins look better, too.
Yeah. They could lose out.
They could lose. Like, that division winner now might be an 8-9, 9-8 team. And there was a point in the year the Bucs.
Usually what it usually is.
But people were thinking the Bucs might be like the 1 seed at one point in time.
Yeah, it was.
Just absolutely fell off a cliff. But I'll take it from there. I'll go with my hot take. And I'm not going to say that I think this team's going to win the Natty, but I think Texas Tech has a very good shot to do it. I know Indiana just won. I could see Texas Tech beating them. Texas Tech defense is good. And they're going to get Oregon. And I honestly think Texas Tech is going to be favored in that game. Maybe not, but I don't know. I love Texas Tech's defense, and I think people sleep on them just because they're in the Big 12. But I would love to see them play Indiana and see if they're legit. I mean, just seeing them play Oregon was going to be cool.
Yeah.
But I'm always curious, like, if they would have preferred to be the 5 seed just to get a game at home in the playoffs. Like, that's so cool for Oregon now that they have a home game.
Yeah.
And it's JMU. And I've been a rider of JMU. They're going to get slapped.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get smoked. Like, I get that that's, like, a problem people have. Like, I'm sure something's going to change, and I'm curious to see what that is. But, yeah. So, my hot take is that I think Texas Tech could be in the national championship, and I wouldn't shock me, and I think it would shock a lot of people.
That's fair.
All right, Stick, you got a take this week now?
I do.
All right.
My hot take of the week is that the Oklahoma Sooners are going to beat Alabama.
Okay.
And then, I love Indiana. I was rooting for them hard last night, but I think the Oklahoma Sooners and their great defense are going to figure something out on offense, and they're going to do something that I don't think many people think they will, and I think they go in and beat Indiana.
Well,
I don't know what happens from there, but I see that.
That would make Texas Tech feel alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Texas Tech is a bad. I think Indiana's a bad matchup for Oklahoma too. But I was telling Eric before you got here that I do think Oklahoma is going to beat Alabama. Alabama, I'm really on the side that they do not deserve to be in. I don't understand. I can keep going. You keep going back to Texas and everything. They have one of the worst losses that's in this whole field. Miami's the other one. I just think if Bama's in, BYU should have been number 10. If we're not going to... Like, I saw somebody, like... I get that there shouldn't be, like, penalties for playing another game. But if you get embarrassed in the way you've been playing, it has to mean some sort of value. Like, BYU got punished. They went back, and that's why apparently Miami got in. I don't understand that. I don't believe in Bama either. They can't run a lick of the football, and Oklahoma is going to eat them alive, I think, on defense. At home, the crowds, like, I think it's going to be like a 16-9, like Oklahoma gets it done. And, they're going to have a lot of time to prep. It comes extra plays and stuff like that, so... Maybe Mateer is just going to have to tuck tail and use his legs. That's what he's been doing, and I think he can do it. And they get that one big play that they always get. So I do agree. Now, I did say I think Oklahoma's going to get slapped in the first round, but the way Bama's been playing, like I said, I don't think Bama should even be in. I don't understand it. I think it's SEC a little bit biased, name bias. And I don't care that you went and beat Georgia. If I get that that's a good win, but you also have escaped these past 4 weeks. You're going 2-2, and you just got slapped by Georgia. Got killed by them. So, yeah, I agree. I think Oklahoma. Now, Indiana, I could see it. I mean, they do have that defense. They're always going to show up. If they get into a slugfest like they did last night with Ohio State, I mean, both teams are one play away from winning. Like, I mean, if Ohio State can just make a chip shot, I mean, we're in overtime.
That was insane.
Insane. Also, I said that I did say, Ryan. I said that stupid thing about Ryan Day. He's soft. He's terrible. I hate Ryan Day. I just think the Buckeyes are so good what they're doing. Why are you not going for it? It's 4th and 1. You're supposed to be the big bad brand, and you tried. I'm glad he missed it. Well, actually, no, I would have loved to win that. But yeah, I just think Ryan Day has so much. The day and age now, he's got such an advantage of what Ohio State's doing with their boosters and everything. You get anybody you want almost, it seems like. And yeah, I mean, you really took players. Caleb Downs was at Alabama. You really took him. You just took him, and he loves it there. So yeah, I agree that Oklahoma is going to give him. I do think they're going to give everybody a shot, just with that defense, and not a big believer in Bama. But I'm pretty sure Bama's favored by 1 point.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, which I do think people are going to be all over Bama. I think people don't believe in Oklahoma.
I don't know if they were on against Georgia. I think they're probably a little scared away now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, who the fuck was on Bama, dude?
Actually, Georgia was kind of public too.
I fucking suck. Even though I had a good, today made up for a lot.
Yeah.
But, everything I did on the show, I mean, I'm going to get into it, was just terrible.
Well, we'll let you take it off. Your headache of the week.
Yeah, my headache's me. I fucking suck. I'm a bot pussy bitch, dude. I fucking suck. It's embarrassing, man. I have to show my face on camera and say these fucking ludicrous takes that just suck. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm fucking terrible, okay?
There's always next week.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I suck.
You just gotta get in the lab.
At least you got a Drake May jersey on, man.
That's true. That doesn't make me feel bad.
And you got some more coming.
Yeah, I accidentally ordered 3 jerseys.
Accidentally.
Okay, you guys were encouraging me a lot.
We held them down and said, order them.
Got to watch some Drake May highlights on the refrigerator.
That was fucking awesome.
But all right, then. My headache, actually, you said the word. Last show, I said ludicrous in 10 minutes about 8 times. I said ludicrous. So my headache could be me, saying that word. I tried my hardest. I didn't say it this show.
I think I said it because you said it.
I said it so much last show. But my headache this week is, I know people are saying the G5 is the problem, but honestly, if you were to look at it, the headache for me is the tiebreaker in conference play. They got to go in. They should have went in and did it. I know you can't do it in the season. If Miami was the one to play Virginia last night and won, Notre Dame's in. They're not crying and not going to go play a game. And then we only got one stinker. We only got one stinker game. We would have had Tulane at Oregon. You guys would have had to play Notre Dame, and you guys probably would have got slapped. I still think Notre Dame is one of the best teams in the country right now. But I agree they shouldn't be in. I think I don't agree they shouldn't be in. I think they should have maybe been in over Bama. And if you left Bama in, I think they both should have been out, Miami and Notre Dame. I think you have to be consistent. That could have been my headache too. But the tiebreakers in conference play, if we're going to stay in this format, there should be, it should be head-to-head. Maybe, it's your conference record head-to-head. After that, just put who's ever ranked the highest in the rankings. Because now, some people think the ACC only got Miami because they didn't have an ACC team. And if you're Notre Dame, just go. If you're that mad, just go get in the ACC and just go dominate it. They're already in a conference and everything but football. It would be cool if they went to the Big Ten in football. That would make it electric. But they're soft. They will go to the ACC because they know they'll win. And yeah, so my headache is just the tiebreaker rules and how Duke got in it. Even though I had a ticket on Duke to win and it won, but I didn't think it was going to happen like that, being 7-5. And I kind of was on the hill that maybe Duke should be in over JMU, but I just don't know how you would have had to put Duke ranked. I didn't even see is Duke ranked. Did they finish the year ranked?
Yeah.
Because they only showed the playoffs. Let me look. Colin.
Check out some Stranger Things hoodies.
Yes, sir. I was getting Christmas ideas. Shout out Stranger Things. Stranger Things 5, Volume 1 was awesome. No spoilers yet. Eric hasn't not finished it. Let's see.
Duke is not ranked.
Duke was unranked champion of a Power 4 conference. That is crazy. I didn't even. Yeah, nobody really moved. Besides JMU was 24. That's crazy. Virginia is still 19th. What the? But whatever. The committee's a joke. They need consistency. But we'll give it on the stick to finish it off for this week. His headache of the week.
My headache of the week is the BYU Cougars athletics page on Twitter.
Next.
These dudes are just firing off.
Yeah, that was crazy. I agree.
Like, I'm actually like it was like when I first saw it, like I was
It's kind of valid, but
it was like it was headache-ish, and now it's just like I just kind of think it's almost funny because like they're literally sitting here retweeting like everybody's posts about it, and like just having like worked in college athletics a little bit, I could have never imagined like a team like on their official account just going off about stuff. But I see their argument a little. Like I do. Like they lost to Texas Tech twice. Texas Tech is a great team. But like they didn't show any like signs of competition in really either game, and like
no,
and so I'm like I guess like everybody's gonna have their complaint, but like they started the week on the outside looking in. They lost the game they were playing, and they ended on the outside. Like how I don't know how you expected to jump in while losing. And like,
yeah,
I don't think Alabama should be in at all. They were horrible yesterday. I think like. Again, you don't want to penalize a team for making it to the SEC championship, but I think that was a clear like sign of who they are up against like a college football playoff team, and they were horrid. So I think they should have been out. But even still, I would probably put Notre Dame in over BYU.
I would have too.
But I mean, I guess I do sort of understand their complaint about it, but
their complaint is more I should have been that the fact that Bama got in.
Yeah.
Because Bama has better wins than BYU. I understand that, but. Like, I just think, because I think it's stupid. Notre Dame, yes, they have a less strength of schedule. But the two teams they played, they lost by 4 points. And they're both ranked in the top 10. And you got slapped by Texas Tech twice. And probably should have been worse the first time. But yeah, BYU would have got killed by anybody. I think that for real. But that is crazy they posted that. You don't see many teams doing that.
Like, they literally, it says objectively, how do you defend
this? Yeah, I'm on it right now, too.
And, like, they note that, like, the teams that Miami and Notre Dame lost to. The teams that Miami lost to were 8-4, and so, like, they just went right in. But I guess, like, I don't know, because I guess I'm, like, in the group of people they would have been pissed about, because I wasn't even, like, I was, like, of the, like, thought that if they lose to Texas Tech, there's not a chance. Well, it makes sense, because they were already out.
They had to know that going into it. Maybe if they played, like, a thriller and showed that they could hang with them and lost in, like, overtime, maybe could have seen them jump in, like, okay, maybe there was just a fluke game before, but they got killed. You have 4 turnovers. And also your quarterback got hurt, and it's in the criteria that if the injuries are a thing. Yeah, so
stop crying, go fucking soak.
Yeah,
nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to listen to this shit, bro. It's insane.
At least they get to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
There you go. Bunch of fucking Pop-Tarts.
This is Georgia Tech in Orlando.
BYU.
Maybe there'll be some ladies there.
Go soak.
Fucking. You ever seen that the quarterback they forced him out of BYU because he had sex? Jake Ratcliffe, the Tulane quarterback.
What a fucking scumbag, dude. Do you think they like pay? Like, there's like echelons of like tiers for like bed shakers. Like they're like you know who that fucking dude is on campus that can shake the fuck out of your bed. I wonder, dude. I bet there's like some fucking ice cold fucking bed shaker making bread, dude. He's got fucking ice in his veins. Brings you to climax every time. This shit's fucking.
They probably do that. Like, it's probably like.
There's probably some cold motherfuckers.
Or something like where you have to like somehow get a hold of the guy and have a connection and ask him to come do some shit.
He's elite at what he does.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Well, all right. Well, that was our episode.
I can't believe we got on topic of best bed shakers.
The best part
There's gotta be some nasty motherfuckers.
Jeez, well, it's still 0-0 in the Texans and Chiefs game, so I'm sure we're going to go inside and watch the 0-0 game for a while, but we might get a Texans field goal here. Fairbairn is, what, he just threw a bomb to Nico Collins for 46 yards.
Nico! That's my dog.
Yeah, but, all right, well, that was it, and we'll be back next week. Well, we're going to figure out probably something a little bigger segment for something we're going to do.
Fucking Phil, dude. There's going to be a bunch of filler episodes coming up, dude.
No,
not for a while. We just have no college football to talk about for 1 week.
Army Navy's this week, right? Not that there's much.
Yes, yeah, we can talk about Army Navy. We can't even bet on it.
Oh, yeah.
You want to go to Vermont?
It's going to be more like
Is sports betting legal in Vermont?
I'm not even sure.
I love those videos. You ever seen those videos where it's like the ramp outside of a state that's illegal and they're right next to it and they're all like parked out there Sunday before? Yeah. I said that. I think I would be a better handicapper because I couldn't live bet anything. So you have to set everything and then you drive back home and you can't place anymore. But all right. With that, go follow our socials, HTH Sports. We're going to get some stuff out in there. We've been rolling out clips and stuff like that. And anything else you want to add, Drake?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, all right. And we'll see you boys later. And gals.